Okay, now we'll look at 15 coins. So the APT is still below the critical level, so we're going to ignore it because it hasn't gone up, right? It has to go above 6, then we'll take interest. At this moment, we'll just keep it. When I skip it means I'm not removing the coin, because if BTC bounces, it could bounce and we'll have to add back. So that's why I'm keeping. But yeah, this is still in downtrend, right? So there is no bounce. There's no positive sign, at least at this moment, for APT. AVAX, the same story. It is making red can. I mean, look at this. This is worst. So this is crashing below, crashing down. So we can ignore this coin. BCH is still good. Though this is flat, it's holding up. So BCH is one of the strongest coins among the list that I had mentioned. Right? People, whether they like it or not, it is still a strongest. In fact, it is stronger than Bitcoin in terms of strength, to be honest. From a technical analysis point of view, it is stronger than BTC. BNB is under pressure. There's nothing to say, because you see, it's just consolidating for last 5 weeks on this level, and this local trend is still down, right? So there's no opportunity here. Doge is flat. What can I say? This is doji candle, means there's no body, there's nothing, no movement. This is neutral state. That means it's says I'm doing nothing. Doji candle means I'm doing nothing, or I haven't done anything for this week. That's the meaning. Ethereum is just below this trend line. So this is a touch and go scenario. There was an attempt, there was like a couple of attempts. You see that this, especially the last week, it went down and then recovered. Wow. So this is weakening. Okay. So Ethereum is weakening unless it recovers. So if the week closes below this one, we can say this is a sign of weakness. Right? There are still 2 days to go. We don't never know. And if it is borderline, it's okay. Don't rely too much, because the angle can be adjusted a little. You see, this is like little angle can be adjusted. I'm not trying to manipulate. It is just, let's say, if you do it like this, if you connect with this, then there is some room. Let me do it precisely. I think this was perfect. Yeah. So my bad earlier. It is still above this trend line, because my angle was not perfectly aligned on this one. That's why. So this is still okay for now. Yeah. So I'll take that statement back. This is still surviving, but above trend line, not below trend. FET, FET below A, or in a range of A. So yeah, this week little weakening, but yeah, it's far from B. But the opportunity point of view, there is no sign. That's for sure at this moment. So this is where we would like to see FET above S1 level, 0.29, about 0.29. Then it's good. Okay, so right now there's some weakness, but this is still a good coin, comparatively speaking, because it's not near B or critical level. That's why it's still good. It's holding up. When I say good, means it's holding up. Filecoin is holding up. It hasn't lost last week's game, so that's good. Today it's up by 0%. So it's holding up, but it has to do much better. It has to be above 5 for us to be more interested, because this is just a consolidation tool. And from a big picture point of view, this is still consolidation. Huge one. It's descending. manner. You can draw a line if you want, like this one, which will actually hit this one required level. See, it coincides that way. So, like this was the first attempt, and this was if this was the first attempt of the bottom, came down, came down. Second attempt, not high enough. So it might go for the third, another attempt like this one. So we have to see that. Point is, price below this is not good enough. That's the point I'm trying to make. In between, it can play around in a short-term point of view. It doesn't matter much. It has to be somewhere here. I mean, 5 will give us confidence that it wants to move up. At least it'll look like a decent bounce like this one. You see, the first attempt was good, but this one was really good. So like this was good, but then if it could break above and reaches to this, then we'll say, oh, this is really good like this one. But yeah, ultimately it has to be somewhere here. So it has to do a lot of work. FTM is doing nothing, dragging, dragging, dragging. So it is approaching critical level. So we have to be watchful. There's no opportunity at this moment. The pattern hasn't changed, to be honest. Pattern hasn't changed. And pattern will break if the critical level is broken. So the center point is shifting. The center point shifts, we have to shift. Yeah, so this is getting bigger, larger. Yeah, so at this moment, there's nothing opportunity wise. It's just going down since April. Matic back to B, but not broken. So it's still weak. Still weak. This pattern is now much bigger. It hasn't changed. This whole entire pattern changes. Okay, if this line is broken. Okay, if this is still expanding pattern. RNDR struggle at S2, but still holding up. You see, this is still good. Not even near this one, so it's still good. But it had weekly green, which it lost today. Otherwise, it had third weekly green candle, which was really good because no other altcoin has it, like from a list, a big one, point of big. So that's why it was really strong. It's still strong, I would say. India is the strongest among the whole lot. Probably BCH and RNDN. And I forgot. 3 coins are strongest. There's no competition, but these are 3 good ones in terms of price action. So you see, it is above the trend line. This was also good bounce last week. It is retracing a little, but not much. So this was the second attempt. Looks like it is really facing challenge on this breakout line. Second horizontal breakout line. Interesting. SOL, second green candle, which is good news. Second green candle. Okay. And it is so, but if it can show a real some momentum like this one, then we would love it. It has to break about 26, 27 kind of a, so some ground to be covered, but it's still in a better position. I would say after those 3 coins, SOL is the next good one. So I would put SOL and Ethereum and Bitcoin in one category. BCH, Rune, and and RMBR are three top category. And then next is BTC, Ethereum, and as well. And my bad, this UNFI is also on the first category with BCH, RMDR, and 4. Though it is here, from a trend point of view, it is really in a good position. That's why. So it's holding up support at this moment. XRP got a green candle now after many um, red candle. This is doji. It's as good as red, to be honest. There's nothing much in this. So we are back to the green, red candle now. This is much better and little. It's helping us because it's keeping the price above this orange line. That's why. In short, so these are like, see, these coins are in survival. Look at this. So some coins are gone. Okay, gone means below critical level. This one, APT, gone. AVX, gone. BNB, not gone, but not doing much. So not so interested. Doge, flat. So not so bad. FET, uh, not so bad. ETH, much better because it's above trend line and above, it's far from the critical level. That's why it's FIL, little better. FTM, not so good. Yeah, because it's getting close to this. Matic, okay, not bad. It's far from the critical level, and so on. So you see, some coins have gone down significantly. Some are near critical level. Some are holding up, doing nothing, and some are making some progress. So this is how we would categorize them and try to assess their strength. Right? Now, having said all this could change because if they start pumping and the pumping rate or the upside bounce rate would be different. So if they get momentum, acceleration, then they can change the scenario easily. Okay. So each week we have to see who is doing what, right? So this is not forever, as you know. I mean, this is not for a month. The levels are longer term, but relative assessment is for this week. Okay. So with that note, I would say the focus remains on BTC. If BTC could bounce, each and every coin should improve as well. But individually, RNDR, Rune, and some coins that I mentioned, they're really doing well. So probably they are leading in a way. Maybe they are like going ahead of BTC. We can say that. That's a good news. So I believe that I covered everything that I wanted. Again, the next week becomes important. We'll see how it unfolds. Okay, we'll be in touch. Thanks. Thanks, everyone.